welcome to Paupergeddon 2023, day 2. We have a real special guest here with us. And
very special guest.
Yeah, it's Shivan Altered. Hi, Jacob. How are you?
Hi, how's it going, everybody? I'm doing well.
Yeah.
A little early today, but I'm ready to rock.
Very nice. We are so happy that this tournament reached the goal of day 2, and we are going to watch the first feature match with Andrea Mengucci. Do you know?
a pro like you.
All right.
Yeah.
You're a godfather of familiars.
The godfather of Familia. And my father, because I am a familiar player like you. I always watch your video, and I really love your content.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So if you want, we can go watching the feature match.
Sounds great.
Yeah. Okay. They're not starting yet. I think that the round started right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So yesterday we watched a lot of familiar deck. What do you think about the lists? First of all, the list of Rodrigo Togores that choose to play familiar.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. Trying to pull up the Twitch chat too. Familiars is a cool deck because there's a lot of ways to build it now, which is really interesting. It's just hard to decide on what the correct way to do it is. Everything has pluses and minuses.
Yep.
I just put up a video yesterday trying out 4 counterspell in the main deck, trying to smash my way through land destruction decks.
Okay.
What do you think about the split for 3 Meeting of Minds and 2 Modern Age?
That seems relatively good because that player was playing a bunch of Seagate Oracles too, right? So they've got a lot of ways to actually cast. And in the past, what I like to do was play 6 cantrips with 4 Preordain and 2 Ponder, because I felt like that was a good way to actually get it through your deck. So Modern Age is sort of like a bad Ponder and a bad Seagate Oracle and a bad Muldrifter. Yeah. So if you put all those things together, it kind of replaces Ponder decently, which is why I like it now as like the 4 Preordain, 4 Modern Age for me a lot of the times, because it's sort of like still playing 8 cantrips.
Yeah, you don't use the Discord engine to use cards like Deep Analysis or Prismatic Strand. So I think that you can use more of that card if you choose to play the Modern Age. But I think that versus decks like Fairies, it helps a lot.
Yes, absolutely. Versus Fairies and also versus decks like
also Boros too.
Boros, yeah. Yep. Just having flyers is huge.
Yep. That's not that this is quite numbo with the flicker effect, because you can not flicker and have a creature, but it helps a lot against bad matchup like Fairies, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, meanwhile, with the match started, we can see on the right side of the table Andrea Mengucci, the Andrea Mengucci Nazionale, and on the left with Boros is a consolidated list, I think. And on the left side, Versari with Mono U Delver. What is the roles of both decks in this matchup?
I think Boros Synth, since they've got a lot of good flying stuff, needs to be the control deck, I think. And then Mono Blue's going to try to get out ahead and continue to get in with those ninjas while holding up counter spells for all the bolts.
Yep. What do you think about counterspell in this matchup? What the best target for the counterspell of the counter?
Usually when I'm facing Boros, I'm going to be countering their flyers. So that makes I think that's probably where you want to be. Right now, Mengucci doesn't have any synthesizers or any sort of like wellspring on the table, so it doesn't have any way to get value out of the flying creatures. So that would be a good early target for a counterspell too, I think.
Yep. I think that the flying creatures are the win condition of the deck. So if you choose to counter that creature, you're making a 2-for-1, removing the value engine and the closing and the creatures for attack.
Okay. Now we see the bolt-on ninja and for destructive engine, draw engine for mono Uba.
Same things for mono. Ninjas are the value engine of the deck. So mono you try to connect every turn with that ninja, working on it, and the protection goes to that thing, to like mutagenic, used more for protection than pump effect in combat for more damages.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, now that they've got 8 ninjas, it just makes it really strong. All they have to do is sit on their ninja plan.
Yep. Do you like Smoke Shroud in this deck?
Well, Smoke Shroud is really good against Familiars specifically because Familiars is trying to block on the ground. And in the past, Fairies has been a deck where as long as you can block the ninjas, you'll be okay. Fairies are, once again, Familiars tech usually doesn't have a lot of flyers. And if you can block their ninjas, you can eventually come back. But I think Smoke Shroud has been tech specifically anti-Familiars.
Okay, so we will not promote it, okay? No, Smoke Shroud is a bad card. Don't use it. Don't
use it. It can fight. Your 2/2 ninja can blast through a Modern Age. It's interesting. I think there's probably, if you're expecting a lot of ground-based decks, then it obviously makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I really love the
it seems pretty good also to like push through the initiative, right?
Yep. Yeah, of course. Make your best part of the deck, the most important part of the deck, flying and bigger. I think that is a huge backup. Boron is the aggressor of the matchup in.
What is this token on the board on synthesizer?
I really don't know. A clue for, I think. Clue?
Oh, clue.
A culo token. Exactly.
Let's see.
Sure.
I'd like to talk to you also of the 3 decks that make a perfect tournament yesterday and closed 7-0 undefeated. One of them is obviously a Boros deck. Then we have an Altotron. I know that you played that deck.
Yeah.
What do you think about that deck?
Well, the nice thing about Altertron is that you just go so over the top of some decks that they don't really stand a chance, and that's sort of my play style, is going over the top of everybody. Familiars does that, but it does have some weak matchups because you're relying on getting out your Tron mana early or comboing off early, and Mono Blue is kind of a horrendous matchup, but I started playing Altertron a lot more because Familiars was a lot weaker to Blue-Black Terror, and Altertron was a much freer matchup there.
We have today and yesterday a lot of Boros deck, and I think that is a nice matchup for Altertron.
Absolutely. Boros starts so slow, and they don't really have any ways to handle you. All you see, Manguchi has that Karkline Shaman in the main deck, which does do a big job of stalling out Altertron.
This is a deck that they used to have in this tournament. All the list of Boros teams made by the team. That team used to play a couple copies of CardMarket main deck and a pair on a single copy of both sides.
Yeah. The Krark is interesting. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
They're just kind of coming back.
It's huge here.
What deck would I play for Paupergeddon? I would probably play Alter myself.
Really? Alter? You choose Alter?
I think it's a lot easier to play in paper.
Yeah.
I don't know if
online is.
I'm just really afraid of running into blue-black terror decks, but I guess it's probably not that big of the metagame. And now that I also was like pretty concerned about land destruction, but I guess it kind of gets past it.
Okay.
Somebody said that
Shaman shows up.
Mono Blue takes all the forced and conservative moves and yet inevitably falling behind. It does feel that way. I tried playing Mono Blue in a league for a video, and I worked with Snap Scoop, who was like grinding Mono Blue for a while, and it just feels like you're always on razor's edge. But I couldn't handle it. It's too tight. Everything you're doing is too tight.
I think that if you want on the razor edge, that is what the deck wants to do. Live on the edge. Always live on the edge.
You somehow when you win, you feel like you barely scraped it out. But I think that when I'm playing familiars and Mono Blue beats me, I feel like there was never a chance at all.
Wow, we're fixing the live, guys. Are embarking it on the live. Yeah, it's Silent Rocket, of course.
Yep, that's me.
Look what so aggressive attack. Put the creatures directly on the table.
Send everything off the playmat. We're going in hard. So is he gonna? Oh no, just trade.
They are coming for you. Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Would you suggest reading The Wheel of Time?
Yeah, that book that's the series that I read that I was really into in high school. That that.
Oh, The Wheel of Time, the Amazon. Okay.
Yeah,
I got it.
So
I really like the series, the TV series, but I never read the books.
Well, they're very long. They're like 500 to 1,000 pages per book, and there's 13 of them. So you're in for the long haul if you're going to do that.
Okay.
Right
We said double block on the spell starters here. We want to kill that spell starter.
It makes sense to double block it if you're expecting a snap or a...
To play against a snap or...
They have Brine Barrow. They also have potentially mutagenic.
Yep.
Right now it's 4:50 in the morning. But usually I go to bed early because I have a little kid, so it's not usually that big of a deal. Yesterday he was like, "Oh, I want to stay up and keep playing." I was like, "No, I gotta go to bed." I actually have worked with a lot of, well, not worked with. I used to play against almost all the Italians. I would always pair against the Deftoterra and Apis because I was always playing early in the morning.
How is the local scene near where you stay, Jacob?
Well, we're trying to start more paper, but our local paper event in I live in Syracuse, New York, middle of New York State. We only have like 4 or 5 people show up every week, but I can't make it every week either. But
4
we
4 or 5?
Yeah, we started a Discord for the New York area, and some of the other cities are getting more people. And we had a 1K in the winter that was 50 people.
Okay, nice.
So that was awesome. And
we need to work on it, I promise.
Yeah. Well, so the other 1K that we had around Memorial Day weekend.
I'd like to organize a Paupergeddon in New York. I swear.
Yeah. I feel like all we have to do is just set up the main event and people will come. But I don't know how to rent the facilities and get all the judges and stuff.
The top 8 played on the roof of the Empire State Building.
Right. Yeah, that would be
Who
awesome.
lose, drop off. No.
I don't know why people don't want to play, but the local area is super into Legacy and Modern.
Legacy and Modern, okay.
I think there were a ton of people that were really into Pauper back in like 2016, 2015. We probably had like 8 to 10 people show up every time.
Okay.
And then I think it might have just petered out. Like people are afraid of showing up and not having the event fire and then stuff like that. That's why I thought, hey, if we have a Discord, everyone can communicate a little bit more easily.
Yeah. I think that's a prerogative to try and organize a community, of course. Keeping in touch every time.
Yeah. But I think you also have to grind it out and try to bring people into the community too.
Yeah.
So I know there's like little groups like in high schools and colleges. Maybe we'll go hit those up. I just don't have a lot of time to start doing recruiting.
Like explore the Paupergeddon world through the ocean. That's our goal.
Yeah.
We were talking yesterday with Gavin. We had Gavin yesterday in the chat, and we think that is a great idea. But there is a lot of work to do before thinking seriously to explore the Paupergeddon format.
Right. Well, we had 50 people show up for our 1K where we had pizza, and 30 people showed up for our 1K where there was no pizza. So I'm thinking that the Italian scene is correct, that you just have to have food.
We have here a lot of food, and we made 500 people. So I think that the food is the most important part of Gator players.
Do you guys think that? Do you think that Mono Blue has a chance of winning this matchup?
I think that is one of the worst matchup of this deck, but I think that faster starting is gives a chance to Mono Blue to have the win. Post side. No, Versari, don't play Delver. Mi cambiate il nome da Delver a Feris, per favore. Da Delver a Feris. No,
it seems like the only way for Mono Blue to win would be like
Mono U Delver on the deck, but he really don't play Delver.
Right. Mono Blue Delver is just the name of the deck, and it's never going to change.
Yeah, of course. From the beginning of Pauper, it's an evergreen of the format.
Yeah, if it's mostly Boros over here, it's not a great meta. Although I think Mono Blue is kind of just they're what I call the fun police as a combo player.
Yeah,
shut me down.
Last Geddon, a friend of mine arrived in the final with the Cycling Storm.
Wow.
Against Mono U Fairies. And I remember the terror in his eyes when his opponent started like Island Delver. Oh God, please no.
When I play Cycling Storm, game 1, I usually know what I'm doing and I can actually make the deck work. And then game 2, opponent goes land, relic, go, and I feel like you have to just concede. I have no idea how to play around hate. I can't do it.
Okay. Bella Italy. Dozio, the great Raso Storia. I think that the deck works only if you have a degree in math or in physics, a PhD in math. So something like that. I really don't know how to start.
The only one tip that I got was that you can go off when you have 5 cyclers in the graveyard.
Yeah. It's the final part of the exam to get the PhD in math. Playing Cycle Storm in a huge tournament.
Yesterday, I heard some people say that they thought Altertron would not be good for a big tournament because it's too complicated. What do you think?
I think that there is no complicated deck if you master it. So if you play a lot, that deck, it is not a difficult, not a wrong choose. For example, Matteo Mazzola, the winner of the last Geddon, plays that deck with really no problem. So I think that if you master it, no deck, Altered is not the right the right choice, because it's not so simple. Instead, try to.
I feel like it's actually pretty simple, though. What do you think is the not so simple part about it?
Because I think that there are not a lot of content about it, because online it's not so easily playable. And when a player trying to approach the format or try to change deck, I don't know, there are no clues in the internet to how to play that deck. So
yeah, I'm the only person putting out information, I guess, on it.
Yeah,
I agree with Jacob, because I think Altered have one strategy.
Yeah, it's not so difficult.
Can do it very fast.
Yeah, it's not really difficult.
And it's difficult for the opponent.
It's just an unknown deck.
Beating.
Yeah.
I think
the hard part is to
my
interact with.
bad deck, BG Garden.
BG Garden.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
No. I think that without blue you have.
Have no foul.
That part.
Okay.
Removal spell
Good cards
doesn't
for other
make
decks.
nothing. Yeah. Of course.
Right. I guess there's a lot of hate. I think you just. I guess playing around what your opponent is doing can be difficult, but the deck itself is just it's relatively simple. Make the combo, win the game.
Yeah.
I just like, just draw cards, eventually win. That's why Poison Storm is sweet, because you win by just drawing cards.
The tutor mirror was a huge help for the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Jumpo in the chat is typing that playing against interaction is the hard part. Relic is always a tricky one, and there's a lot of incidental artifact cave. So 2 angles to fight. Right. First of all, the new cards printed in LOTR set, cast into fire.
Absolutely.
That's really
cast
bad.
into the fire. That makes me feel like Altered is going to be even harder to actually play.
Sauron,
I think people are going to main deck that card.
Yeah. A lot of lists we saw that main deck and that card. Why not?
While we were arriving with Togores, he told me cross and grip. It's a great downgrade for the format.
I was thinking about it yesterday, but I know that split second cards are not allowed in Pauper.
Yes, but thinking about Altered or Relic, you can stop the combo or makeshift munitions. You can
with what cards?
Cross and grip.
Cross and grip
destroys a permanent, right?
A permanent artifact or enchantment with split second. And
I don't know that card.
Cross and
because
grip,
I only know Pauper.
Is no. It's uncommon, I think.
It's uncommon.
I think. Someone can type exclamatory point card space cross and grip. Dimmi che non è crashato tutto. Ok. Split second, it's like cheating in Pauper.
Okay. But casting causes 3.
Oh, cross and grip.
2 colors.
Artifact or enchantment?
Yes. For me, it's a great downgrade.
Or only artifact or enchantment, okay. Oh, I confused with Beast Within, ok?
Oh, no.
Che mette il 3-3, no, ok. Quella distrugge permanente, giusto?
Yes.
Ok, no, okay, I confused it.
Beast Within is for all permanents.
Yeah, I know.
So the easiest way to do like mana and storm count when you're playing with Altertron, you get spin down dice with different colors. So you got like white for colorless, black, green, red, and then you just put those onto the table to represent how much mana you have, and then a different spin down for storm count. That makes it really easy to handle. In a like comp REL, it's going to be different, but really the only thing you need to do is just like A plus B, set up the combo, start. blasting out golems and
that friend of mine for that kind of deck with Cycling Storm used a digital counter.
Right. Yeah.
It's a lot of. It's a huge help for handle that kind of part of the deck. Maybe someone can be scared of it. I don't like to count so much, so I don't want to use the deck, but I think that is a great choice for playing Pauper. Get your lands blown in deck, get your artifact to support side, pay attention to counters of some count, and then combo. It's not very inviting for players to start playing the deck. Yeah, it's a lot of interactions.
It's super fun though. Yeah. I mean, any deck where you can play 7 to 8 deadly disputes, that's where you want to be. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Play all of them. 4 dispute, 4 bargain.
Yeah. Both sides, I think that talking about the match we're watching, Montague got an edge with the counters, with the Hydro Plus that any experimental synthesizer deck don't want to play.
Right. If synthesizer doesn't resolve, your deck's turning the speed off quite a bit.
Yeah. Siding in more interaction is a huge edge against a bad matchup like Boros. What do you think about Lembas? Do you like it?
It looks like it's a really cool artifact. I just don't know if it's going to be replacing Wellspring or not. Picks up a land. So Lembas having that scry is almost like a draw 2. So it's almost the same as Acre Wellspring already. It's going to increase your speed. People are talking about going infinite with Lembas, like sacrificing it and then putting it back in the deck, and then but it doesn't really go infinite because eventually you draw your deck.
Yeah, you just cannot go infinite, I think. You always must draw a card, so you cannot go infinite.
Looks like the Fairies player is trying to just put those 3 flyers to the red zone.
Yeah.
No ninjas.
That's bad.
Does he have 4 mana or 3 mana? I guess 3. Coming in hot.
3 mana, yeah.
I'm excited for Lembas in Altertron. I'm excited for the blue cycling land, or the 5 mana land cycling.
Draw 3 card, and
I think that will be actually pretty good in Poison Storm.
Yeah,
because the main problem with the deck is not finding blue mana, and then also the secondary problem is not drawing enough cards. So it fixes both.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any new list of the Poison Storm?
No, not yet. I think it's hard
too early to make that deck competitive yet.
Usually when I try a new list, I just edit it in Magic Online and then I solitaire it for like half an hour and see how it feels.
Okay.
And then take it into a league and see what happens.
So, okay.
Since the card doesn't exist on Magic Online yet, it's kind of hard to solitaire it.
Yeah.
Sand Pop.
He is the real one.
Heyo. Oh, he had to cast into the fire?
Yeah, he has 1 in hand. I think he has 2 cards. Two cast into the fire, I think.
Oh my goodness.
No, only 1.
He's letting the mono blue player, Rosari, think that he has a chance here then. He's got the game locked up. Just hanging out, waiting for the ninja.
There are no chance here to... Yeah, I'm attacking you. There's no one. There's no other things I can do.
I think that the mono blue player is not winning the race here, right? Cast into the fire.
Trying to interact with a spell stutter.
Here comes a stutter.
No, wait. I don't want to.
He's going to let that resolve?
No? Yeah, resolve the spell starter, yeah.
Okay.
Imagine in the movie, 3 movies of 3 hours countered by a spell starter. Sorry, Frodo, you cannot destroy the ring. Thank you. Go back home. Go back to Shire. Thank you.
Yeah, it's going to be really confusing playing against all these cards. I'm going to have a hard time trying to learn the names and the new things. Okay. So
that's how we want to use that counter.
And now he has the cast into the fire to take out the fairies if he has a second one in hand.
I think that Andrea has only lands in his hands.
Oh no.
I think.
So it's.
I'm gonna Jenny without any kind of interaction. Close this match for. Oh, this is huge. Not only land.
Not only lands. Okay, the matchup is over.
Yeah.
Not only lands.
There you go. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yeah, exactly. Makes your munition have that reach that can.
There's nothing better than just blasting for lethal, I think.
I
played mono red a couple of times just to try it out, and just going bolt, GG feels good.
This guy.